I'm sorry. I don't believe I heard you correctly.
Well, I could get down on one knee, but in this costume, I'm afraid it might seem a little theatrical. But it isn't, Victoria. It's very real. I want you to marry me.
Mason,
I know it's unexpected, but that doesn't make it any less sincere. Insight tends to come in sudden bursts. I realized it was the right thing to do, and I didn't want to waste any time. Now, don't say no yet. Just consider it.
I don't think I could say anything at this moment.
Well, I just asked you to marry me. You're going to have to give me an answer sooner or later. That's only good manners.
Kelly, we have made it through so much. Now, all we have to do is hang on a little longer.
I know. I'm sorry I'm falling apart on you, Jeffrey. I know it's just the fatigue and my head.
What? What's the matter?
Oh, just the tension and the running around, and it's just pounding.
My God.
What?
You're burning up.
Moonlit night, Pat, Lady Godiva, and me at the doorstep. This is the stuff fantasies are made of.
The only fantasy you have, Keith, is having Kelly Capwell caught and dragged off to jail in front of a few hundred movie cameras.
Come on, don't hold that against me. Come on, it's getting down to the wire. I can't let it go.
Why did you even bother to drive me home? I mean, you're just going to get back in your car and go to the police station.
I was hoping for a kiss in the moonlight, my unclad angel.
Tell me the real reason.
Well, to tell you the truth, I got to check with the team I have patrolling these grounds, and I got to tell them to watch out and see if Kelly's stupid enough to sneak back in tonight. After I check with them, got to go back to the station, so.
Maybe you can get a good night kiss from one of your troops. All in the line of duty, of course.
You okay, Haley? Haley.
Oh, Dad. Jake?
You all right?
Oh, my God. We're off the road. What happened?
Are you okay, Haley? Listen, you all right?
Oh, God, yeah. Am I bleeding?
Look, we better get you to the emergency room.
No, I'm all right. But am I bleeding a lot?
No. Listen, you were just unconscious for a little while, and, we shouldn't fool around. We should get you to the hospital.
God, what happened? How did we get off the road?
I don't know. I guess I just lost my concentration for a minute, and there was a sharp curve, and thank God we weren't going fast. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
It's not your day for moving vehicles, is it?
Listen, come on. Let's to the hospital.
No, Jake, I'm all right. I should have worn my seatbelt.
I want you to go see a doctor, okay? Sometimes you don't know if something's wrong.
No hospitals, please.
Let's go.
What? What are you doing?
Come on, we're gonna get out and we're gonna see how good you do at standing up and taking a few steps down the road. And then we're gonna decide whether or not I should listen to you. Come on.
What's the matter, Gina? Are we tired of flaunting ourselves? I thought you were hell-bent on being the life of the party.
You call that a party? After the police stampeded in and out trying to catch Kelly playing peekaboo, everybody got disgusted and went home.
Oh, what a shame. Truly a shame. Nobody left to gawk. Too bad you lost your audience. As desperate as you are for attention.
I'm not desperate for anything, Cece. I was just trying to have a good time, that's all.
Yeah.
You act like I showed up there naked. It's just a costume, for crying out loud.
Well, as long as that district attorney liked it, that's all that counts, right? Next time, why not add whips and chains?
Well, at least he's got a sense of humor. It's more than I can say for you.
Keith seems to have a lot of things, including your undivided and very, public attention, didn't he?
What's the matter? Jealous?
Hardly. I just loved it showing my friends and the rest of the world what a mockery a marriage is. And I just loved it when they understood how much I loathe you.
Well, you're certainly one to talk. Running around town with the oldest living ingenue on your arm. I didn't have anybody to take me to the party, so Keith obliged. Are you accusing me of being indiscreet?
That outfit, perish the thought.
What's your problem?
How dare you flit around and introduce yourself as Mrs. Capwell and then become Timmons' accomplice against my daughter?
I'm not his accomplice. I told you he just took me to the party because my own husband was otherwise engaged. I don't work for him.
You did nothing to stop him.
What am I supposed to do? He's on official business from the district attorney's office. How am I supposed to stop him?
Oh, sickening. All this talk about wanting acceptance from our family. You whine because we will not forgive and forget, and then you ally yourself with the one person whose main aim in life is to keep my daughter from freedom. Well, it will not work, Gina, I promise you. Not in the long run. Because she's innocent. And we will prove it. And you will help us prove it. And that's why we have this mockery of a marriage. Don't you remember? And then you and your friend will go all the way down. Straight down to bloody hell.
This is crazy.
No, it's not. I need to just clean myself up, get my bearings straight, okay?
Look, why don't you just let me drive you home if you're not going to see a doctor?
No.
You're afraid to ride with me, aren't you?
No, Jake, anyone can have an accident. I just need to call Ted and have him come get me. Do you have a change for the phone?
Here. What are you going to tell him?
I'm sorry. I shouldn't have let him go to that party without me. Brady's probably still at the party at the museum. I'm gonna try and get a hold of him anyway. Can you order me something?
I'm gonna get some ice for that bruise first. Yeah, it wouldn't hurt you for the world.
Just a cut. We should consider ourselves lucky.
It's not like I was surprised. I had morning sickness and everything. I knew that before the doctor told me.
Well, it's wonderful news.
Yeah.
Julian, let me ask you something. Now that the involvement is over, are you wishing that the test results had been different?
Well, I wanted this baby for months. Every morning I'd wake up hoping that I was, and here it is, and now I am. I'm pregnant, Lionel. I made a baby. And I just have to put everything in perspective.
Man, it really is wonderful.
Yeah, it really is.
And listen. Julia, you knew that there were certain challenges to being a single parent, and you were willing to take them on. And listen to me, I happen to believe that you're up to it. You're gonna be a terrific mother.
That's exactly what Mason said right before he said goodbye and good luck. He also said
What?
that he wanted me to tell him when I was finally successful because he wanted to wish me well.
Well, that doesn't surprise me.
That was assuming that someone else was the father, not him.
How do you think he'd feel if he knew?
I'm not sure. And I'm not sure that it's something he should ever be told.
Mason, I can't believe you're serious about this.
Does it really sound that improbable?
Well, just last night, I was talking to you about how I didn't think the timing was right for you and us for us to have a relationship, and now you're talking about marriage? Yes, it's a shock.
Victoria, were you saying all that because you didn't want to be involved with me? Or because you didn't want me to feel obligated?
What I want right now is not necessarily what is right. I'm trying to think of the future.
So am I. Victoria, you've got to stop thinking of your pregnancy as some sort of pressure that a man might succumb to. I don't want to marry you because I feel sorry for you.
Well, that's a comfort.
You're still not taking me seriously, are you?
Mason, when we first became friends, we admitted to one another that we were both very vulnerable. I mean, you even went so far as to tell me that you were tempted to make me into Mary so that you wouldn't feel so lonely. We both admitted that would be a mistake.
Well, I didn't know you then. I see you now, Victoria.
Not just a woman who needs a father for her child.
I know you're capable of raising this child by yourself. But when you've got somebody that wants to share that with you, why should you turn him away?
I guess I want to know if he loves me. Oh, I've thought a lot about affection and sharing and building a life together. But when I think about marriage, I've always imagined it as being based on love. Does love have anything to do with your proposal, Mason?
I've been through every desk and cabinet I could find. One measly roll of antacids. A damn thing to bring a fever down.
I'm sure it's just a cold. It'll be gone by the morning.
This is not a common cold. We gotta find you some medication. Only trouble is I don't want to leave the building. Looks like I may have to, though.
Jeffrey, I don't need medication. I need to go home.
Kelly.
I figured out a way to do it.
Don't be ridiculous. The house is completely surrounded by police and security guards. It's a bloody fortress.
Listen, we don't have to try to get into the house, per se.
Oh, then what, per se?
There is a sheltered place close to the house, a gazebo. Now, if we go in the property next to ours, we can make it easily.
You mean the Lockridge property?
Yes, it's right near there. Now, Jeffrey, please, let's just try this.
This must be a fever talking. I know the place you're talking about, but we'll be spotted instantly.
No, we don't stay in the gazebo. There's this tunnel, this old one that leads right up to the house.
Tunnel?
Yes. Now, it caved in a couple of years ago, but I'm sure we can dig through.
With what? Our fingernails? Kelly, we don't have any tools. And even if we did, we'd take too much time.
Listen,
I mean, the guards would hear us or spot us or something.
Jeffrey, all I know is I can't stay here anymore. I have to see my family. I have to try, all right?
What's that?
Jeffrey, they're gonna search again. Come on, let's go.
Oh, this is insane. I mean, you're too sick to be running around.
I'll be all right. All I need is to get home.
Mason, if you can't even say that you love me, why are we even considering such a serious step?
Victoria, I don't want to get hung up on semantics.
Well, you don't know, do you?
Well, who knows anything for sure in this world? Sometimes happiness means taking risks.
Now, we are not the only ones at risk. The baby is at risk. What if we don't stay together? I'm sorry, but somebody's got to be realistic here.
Why?
Why? Mason, sometimes your view of life is very tempting.
What view is that?
It's throwing caution to the wind, living moment to moment, but I did that once before. That's why I'm carrying Cruz's baby.
The longer we wait, the more awkward it will be with the baby.
I don't want to get married for appearances.
Victoria, the sooner we get married, the sooner we can start to build a home for this child. And maybe for another one after that. And another one.
It's a nice thought. A real family.
As big or as small as you want. But a family. We could lean on each other.
Are real families like that?
Well, not mine, most of the time. That's why we owe this to ourselves, Victoria. It's our chance to do things right.
Let me get you some fresh ice.
Jake,
It's
I'm
almost
fine.
gone.
Sit down.
I just feel so bad about all this. I wish I just could have, just...
Look, I feel like a brand new person, like nothing happened. Ted will be here in a minute, and he'll take me home. I'll get some rest. He's going to be here soon, Jake.
He's gonna want my butt in a sling for getting you into an accident. And I don't blame him.
Well, then why don't you go home? I'll explain everything to him. I'll let him know it wasn't your fault.
It was my fault. I mean, I got talking to you, and I took my eyes off the road.
Oh, look at your head. Oh, we gotta get you to a doctor. Are you all
Look,
right?
she wouldn't go for a doctor.
Look, it's just a small cut. It
Are you
looks worse
driving?
than it is. Hey, it wasn't a big accident, okay? Everything's fine. The car still works.
Yeah, but you're hurt now. Come on, I want to know how this happened.
How about if I explain on the way home? You take me home. I just want to get out of here.
All right, sure. Come on.
Thanks.
You gonna be okay?
Yeah.
Don't call. I'll let you know how she is. Come on.
See, I told you we can make this.
This is Station 31 reporting all clear, over.
I don't like this. I think we should get away from here.
No, not when we're this close.
Now, this guy could come patrolling back here any minute. Now, how do you propose we're gonna dig through your famous tunnel without...
I am going to go check the tunnel and see how bad the damage is, all right?
You see, this is crazy. You're about to pass out.
I'm okay. I'm just tired from running. I'm fine.
You're not fine.
Jeffrey, we're here. And this is the closest I've been to peace in I don't know how long. Don't stop me now. I'm going to go check the tunnel, all right?
Well, hurry.
Did you do this?
Yeah, I needed to borrow something from him.
Listen, it's a lot worse than I thought. It's totally blocked. It's going to take a week to get through there.
Well, maybe there's another way.
What did you do here, Jeffrey?
Listen, I just thought of a way to draw the guards away from the back of the house. Now, I'm going to climb up and get in through one of the rear entrances.
All right, tell me what to do.
Now, you go back to the entrance of the tunnel.
No. I want to go with you.
Kelly, you're in no shape to go climbing. Now, I'm going to have to do this alone, okay?
What are you doing? What are you going to do with that?
I'm about to spread a false alarm. Now, you get out of here. I'll come and get you as soon as I unlock the back way.
All right, be careful. Good luck.
I went upstairs to bed. I'm going to call Dr. Biddle since...
Ted, please don't call anyone, okay? I just want to get some rest, okay?
Hey, look, no, wait. We're not taking any chances here. When you said you were in an accident, Haley, my heart just about stopped.
Yeah, well, I'm walking and talking in one solid piece now, aren't I?
Well, thank God. Haley, look, if anything happened to you, come here.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to scare you.
All right, how did this happen? Why did you get on that truck anyway?
When I marched out of here today, I didn't know where I was going. I ended up at Purgatory and feeling really dumb. I mean, I couldn't understand why I let us get into such a stupid argument, and all I wanted to do was apologize. So I went to get a cab, but Jake was there, and he insisted that I catch a ride with him, and I thought it would be faster than a cab.
Okay, so you got in the truck. And what happened?
I don't know. I mean, it was just one of those things. I think he took his eye off the road for a second, and...
So it was his fault.
Well, no, Ted, anyone can get into an accident.
Haley, you could have been killed.
But I wasn't. Everything's all right. It just happened.
If it just happened to Jake when he was by himself, that's one thing. But it happened to you. In fact, it's probably because of you.
Wait, what does that mean?
Well, he took his eyes off the road. Right? Isn't that what you said? It's not too hard to figure out why. He just couldn't keep his eyes off of you.
Oh, Ted.
Now, I've had enough of this.
Well, where are you going?
There have been a few things I've been wanting to say to Jake for a long time. I think tonight's the night.
Just tell me what makes you think we wouldn't be happy.
Oh, well, I'm not saying that we can't. But the odds are pretty scary, even for people who start out normally.
Well, what's not normal about us? We're young, we're healthy, reasonably sane. Speaking for myself, of course.
No, you know what I mean. I mean, how many people do you know that have started out with everything going for them, and a couple years later, it's all over? People say, oh, it's because they had nothing in common. Well, that's what my mother said when she divorced my father. And as a child, all I could say was, you have something in common, you have me. But that didn't matter, because what was there one day wasn't there the next. And there was no way to get it back.
Victoria, it wouldn't be that way with us.
I don't know, I'm still afraid.
Everybody's afraid, Victoria. Sometimes I think it might be better if you're not full of expectations. Not the golden couple with all the fireworks and the hoopla. What if you're just two people who want to do the best they can?
Lack of romance is no guarantee for success.
Now, who said anything about a lack of romance? We've had, well, several romantic times together. We just didn't lose our heads, that's all. We were too cautious.
And I still want to be cautious. I don't want my baby to suffer through divorce the way that I did.
Victoria, who raised you after your parents split up?
My mother. And she tried to be both mother and father, but she got so caught up in trying to do that she was really neither one.
Rest my case.
Mason, I really believe that you care about me. And I believe that you would be good to me and to the baby. But is there another reason that you want to marry me?
Well, do you really need another reason? I've already given you so many. Victoria, all you have to do is open your mind to this. And maybe your heart.
You make it sound so simple.
I know it's not.
Well, I'm glad you realized that. And I know that you'd hoped for an answer now. But Mason, I can't give that to you. We're talking about the rest of our lives here, and that's a long, long time.
Scotch, please. Double. Straight up. You're leaving so soon, huh?
Looks to me like you're trying to drown your troubles.
No, not drown them. Just hold their heads under for a little while and scare the hell out of them.
Afraid that wouldn't work very well for mine.
Yeah, well, you don't have any trouble, so you don't have to worry about that.
Right. Mason. Did you have a good time at the party?
That wasn't any party. That was a lynch mob waiting to happen. Poor Kelly, who knows where she is now. But I'm glad you're here, Lionel. You're one bright spot in the entire evening. I hear you actually helped her get away. Oh. I don't suppose my father had the good grace to thank you.
That was not a top priority for him.
Well, why don't you allow me to speak for the entire Capwell clan and buy you a drink?
Thanks. I think Julia probably wants to go home.
Oh, Julia won't mind, will you, Julia?
Of course not. I'm very understanding. We all know that. Besides, it's not often that one accepts generosity at the hands of a Capwell.
Anything for you?
No, thank you.
Bartender, I'll have another of these for my friend and another one for me.
Coming up.
Mason, I don't suppose to do any good, but don't you think you ought to take it easy?
Not tonight.
Guess you're kind of strung out about Kelly, huh?
Part of it.
Is there something else?
You know, Lionel, you and I are a lot alike. Do you realize that?
In what way?
Well, you've been at odds with my father from the beginning. It's a lot like that with me, not very different at all. It just strikes people as somewhat more pathetic when it's father and son.
Well, Cece is kind of a hard guy, isn't he?
But he fools you sometimes. Like, just when you think there's a crack in the ice and you get ready to step inside and get warm, he paralyzes you with a blast of cold air. Just when you think it's safe to be a Capwell again, his fin breaks water and you know you gotta start paddling like hell just to stay alive.
Well, that could change. I mean, one day, nothing's impossible.
Well, you're an optimist, Lionel. A benevolent optimist, loved by your children, by your sister-in-law, loved by all. It's just one big happy family over at your house, so you think that it should come automatically for everybody else. Well, it doesn't come as automatically for the rest of us, Lionel. Sometimes I think I'll die without knowing what a home and family really are.
Oh, Mason, please don't say that.
Well, I'd better get going before my self-pity quotient rises to embarrassing proportion. Whoops. Well, fare thee well. No, I thought I still had my Hamlet costume on. What did they say in the 20th century? Oh, yeah. Good night.
Is he gonna be all right?
Mason usually lands on his feet.
Some people have a gift for that. And some people just land flat on their faces.
Come on.
How you doing? Listen, why don't you, hey, what's happening? Something wrong with Haley?
I think there's something wrong with you. Jake, I don't think you realize that when you're driving a car, you gotta keep your eyes on the road.
Look, it was an accident, okay? And I feel really rotten about what happened. But just thank God nothing happened to Haley.
Let's just keep it that way. From now on, I want you to just stay away from her.
Did she ask you to say that?
No. She's too polite, Jake.
You know something? I think you know what she wants, don't you? But you don't. You don't have any idea what she wants or what she needs. She needs a man for a husband, not some spoiled kid. Just back off, okay? I don't want to fight you.
Oh, the hell you don't. You've been trying to goad me into it ever since we first met, Jake. Ask for it.
Come on, let me drive you home.
Get your hands off me.
Look, you're in no shape to drive, okay? So let's just go. And I'm only doing this for Haley's sake.
No.
What's everybody doing on the front lawn? Getting ready for badminton?
We all got the same call on our transmitters.
Saying what?
That the suspects were spotted in these two quadrants.
Oh, yeah, right, sure. I mean, they're gonna come up here, right to the front door, with the porch lights glaring. Yeah, that's what they do. Yeah, that's the ticket. Then they throw the door open and say, surprise!
Well, it did.
You have the brains of an amoeba! Who sent you this so-called message?
Whoever's in position 31. I knew it was...
Right. You know, Kelly and whoever she was with gave you the slip. And then you brought the result of collective inbreeding that we call the police force on the front lawn while they went in the back way. No, it's okay. Let them think they're safe. Let them think the heat's off. And then?
You couldn't sleep either.
Side effect of worrying about your child's life.
What's going on out
I'm
there?
going to find out.
Open up, it's the police.
Whatever you want. You're not supposed to have your men in here. You told me so.
Not if Kelly's inside.
She's what?
We have reason to believe that Kelly came in the back way. She's in the study. Go ahead, Mel.
Nobody's going any place. Nobody! I told you nobody's in there. I told you.
Oh, you know, gee, I'd love to believe you, but I have reason to believe that you have motive for, how shall I put this? Fabrication.
Wait, Keith, I don't think he's lying. I've been here for the last couple of hours, and I haven't heard anything.
Men were decoyed around front. It was either Kelly or somebody she was with.
There's nobody inside.
Well, I'll see for myself, and if by some wild chance she does happen to be in here, then I'll have you for harboring a fugitive, okay? I'll see if maybe you can be cellmates with your daughter. I think I can arrange that.
Mr. Timmons, out here. We've caught somebody.
Hey, what the hell's going on? Get your hands off him. He lives here.
What the heck is going on? We show up at Jake's truck, and then these two pulled up in a pickup truck without any lights.
Hey, my lights got broken earlier tonight. I haven't had a chance to get them fixed.
Theodore, is that you?
Yeah, look, you want to file a good suit for police
All right, all right. Let him go, let him go. Let him. Who are you?
I work with Ted at the Abernathy stables. I'm Jake Morton.
Is that your truck?
Yes, sir. There was some damage done to the headlights earlier, and I'll get them fixed tomorrow.
Search it.
Oh, for heaven's sake, unbelievable.
Ted, what happened?
That's Jake.
Can I go?
When they're through with your vehicle.
Jake.
I think I better go.
All right, okay. Listen, Mel, I want everybody to return their original assignments. I want every inch of this property searched and a report in the next 10 minutes, okay? Miss Capwell is out there somewhere.
We gotta get out of here.
What happened?
Run now, ask later.
What happened to your ride?
I'm talking to you. What are you brawling in the street? Your sister's running from the police. You mind it, then? Take!
You think you do is sticking your 2 cents, and you never protected him before?
What do you care?
What do I care? I'm just curious where the hell you've been. You look a little bit worse for the wear.
Sorry, Dad, all the punches I took tonight were verbal. You should know most of them came from you.
Oh, I see. Right back to the bottle, huh? Your brother gets in a fight and you get stinking drunk, huh?
Oh, why don't you just leave him alone? What are they supposed to do? Sit around and watch you and
Shut up!
Thanks anyway, Gina, but I don't need any help.
Oh, you will when you wake up tomorrow morning and your head's gonna be blasting. You're gonna need a lot of help carrying that hangover.
I want to know what you came back here for.
Oh, we all come back, Dad. With our bruised faces and our wounded pride. Lord knows why, it's not much of a home. Sometimes it's all we got.
walk downstairs, and you have this black eye. Cops are surrounding you. Ask what's happening, and you ignore me as if I wasn't even there.
Sorry, Haley.
Yeah, well, I still don't know what happened, and why do you always do that to me, huh? I mean, do I always have to point it out, and then you say you're sorry, and don't you ever feel bad when it's actually happening?
Haley, I got in a fight with Jake. I knew I looked like hell. The whole thing with the cops, it was humiliating. I just couldn't talk to you at first, especially with everybody just standing around.
You got in a fight with Jake about me?
Yeah. I told him to stay away from you. And then he made some wisecrack how I wasn't good enough for you, and I went crazy. I know, I mean, I feel so stupid. I try and show you how I feel, and I botched the whole thing up. Haley, there's so much I want to show you.
Yeah, like what?
Like, I love you. I love you so much that sometimes I get paranoid that maybe I'm not good enough for you. That you might wish that you might want to see somebody else. This jealousy I have gets so strong, it won't let go. No, it's ridiculous. I know it's not cool to go storming out, grabbing somebody like Jake and decking him. It's infantile, I know.
It's also dangerous. A guy like Jake will hit you back. We have a lot to be thankful for, you know that? When are we going to learn that?
There was no way we could stay there. Look, the minute I got into that house, all hell broke loose. I tried everything I could think of. We would have been found in a matter of seconds.
Maybe we should have been.
What?
Jeffrey, maybe it's time to give up and just turn myself in. I mean, can it be any worse than this?
Yeah, with that Timmons guy lurking about. I mean, it would be a different thing if you had a fair shot at a trial, but he's got it in for you. There's no way you can turn yourself in now.
Jeffrey, it's going to happen eventually. I mean, they came this close to catching us tonight. How much longer can we hold on?
As long as it takes.
Aren't you sick of it, Jeffrey? The running and the hiding. I could end it all with just a phone call, you know. All I have to do is dial my father.
No. I saw the look on your face when we were at the gazebo and when you saw the lights of your house. For the first time, I could picture you as you used to be. Free and happy. I could almost imagine you with your mother and father, your brothers and sisters, and see their joy at having you back again. And yours for being back with them. You know, just for a moment there, just for a moment, I could see the worry and the terror leave your eyes. Now, I want that for you, Kelly. The peace you talked about and the freedom. Now, don't ask me why, but I'm not going to stop until you get that.
Good. Another drink. Just what you need.
How would you know what I need, Dad? That'd be a real first.
I'm tired, Mason. Let's just say goodnight, girl.
You mean get out?
No, you can stay if you want. I don't think you should be driving anyway.
I'll call a cab.
You suit yourself.
Good night, good night. Parting is such sweet sorrow that we may say good night till it be morrow.
What do you want from my life?
I thought you wanted something from me, Dad. A few hours ago, you were ready to slip me the entire Capwell family fortune under the table if I'd married Victoria Lane. Have you forgotten?
No, I haven't forgotten. You came out with some passionate declaration on marrying for more high-handed reasons, didn't you?
You're not so high-handed, Dad. Just human. Victoria is a wonderful woman. I think it would be nice if somebody offered to share the responsibility of raising her child. I think I might be the person to do that without being bought.
Victoria Lane think you're that person?
I'm not sure.
Did you ask her? You asked her. She turned you down. That's why you're 3 sheets to the wind.
You don't know a thing about it.
I know the woman rejected you. That's very obvious. That's why you're so drunk.
She didn't reject me.
Oh, Mason. Your ego is 15 steps behind your reality. I gotta tell you that. You think one falling at your feet is just loving you to death. All they're doing is being polite. You ought to learn that's a little bit about courtship.
Oh, as a 3-time loser, I suppose you're qualified to hold forth on that, huh?
Okay, my man, you got that one. You really want to marry the woman?
Not to please you.
I don't care whether you please me or not. Do it. Just keep her away from Eden and Cruz. That's all I care about. Do it for her, not for me.
Yeah, well, I might do that.
And if you decide you do want the money after all, you can have it. I promise it to you. I won't take back on that.
I told you I don't want your filthy money. Give it to somebody else. Hide it in a mattress for all I care. I'm not interested.
Fine, Mason.
I'll sign a paper if you like. I'll forfeit any rights to the money.
You better see if Victoria wants to marry you first.
She's thinking about it. And she'll say yes. And when we do get married, we're going to raise her child with patience and love and understanding. Not that I have any first-hand experience, you understand, but I'm going to make it my business to find out.
Go on. Go on, Mason. Go on to the part about being poor and honest. Living on love and canned spaghetti. Takes me back to the golden days of radio.
Believe it or not, Dad, I can get by without your reimbursement or your controlling interest. I can be independent and free from you. God willing, I might even be happy.